The following podcast contains adult content, including adult language. I talk openly about sex and other adult topics. If you are under the age of 18 or are uncomfortable listening to sexually explicit narratives, please listen no further. I am not a professional therapist, counselor, or doctor. I'm just an average guy in the swinger lifestyle who likes to share his experiences. This podcast is for informational and entertainment purposes only. Please seek a professional if you are in need of guidance or care as it relates to sexual health or alternative lifestyles. Hello, my friends, and welcome to Evan Swings, a podcast about the swinger lifestyle from the perspective of a guy in the lifestyle, usually. I am Evan, your humble host, but today, special guest, my wife, Eva. Hello, Eva.
Hello, Evan.
We have been in the lifestyle for 3.5 awesome years. Returning listeners, welcome back. Happy as always to have you, and if you're a new listener, welcome. Happy to have you here too. Just remember, I'm just an average guy who does this podcast, and Eva is just an average woman. And we're just here to entertain and inform. We're not experts at all. In fact, after 3.5 years, there's still plenty that we haven't learned yet about the lifestyle. But we have learned a lot. And that's why we do this, to share our experiences. And again, I'm using the word our because Eva is with me today. And in today's episode, we want to talk about an amazing lifestyle experience we had recently. Our first MFM. A threesome involving Eva, myself, and another gentleman friend of ours. Now, for those of you who are avid Evan Swings listeners, you will know this gentleman that we're going to be talking about. In previous episodes, I have referred to him as Tommy Lee. He is one of our longtime, maybe our longest lifestyle friends.
Maybe.
He and his wife were in our famous Sensitive Nurses episode. They were the couple who we put off playing with at a hotel takeover because we had plans to meet up with the sensitive nurses who flaked out on us. Now, just some background. Eva has met this guy at a hotel twice before this situation on solo dates. One of those times was the subject of another episode that I recorded where I helped Eva fulfill a fantasy of hers. I set up a play date for her at a hotel with Tommy Lee, but the kicker was she didn't know who was going to be waiting for her at the hotel. She arrived, he opened the door, and until he did that, she wasn't sure who would be opening the door, who would be waiting for her there. And that was quite a wild night.
It was fun. Was I in the episode that you recorded about it?
No. Okay. I was thinking about inviting you, but for whatever reason, didn't work out. But yeah, that was like 4+ hours and a lot of sex and broken headboard resulted from that. So
that was fun.
Kind of a good story there. So anyway, that's the gentleman who we're talking about in this episode, Tommy Lee. All right, well, Tommy Lee at the time was in an interesting situation. His wife no longer played in the lifestyle. They were at one point kind of semi-frequent play dates of ours. They were, they, like I said, they became pretty good friends of ours. Even outside the bedroom, we really enjoyed their company. But no more. Okay, they were not doing anything lifestyle related as a couple at that point. But at the time, she allowed him to seek out solo opportunities, kind of like a bull for hire. I think that's what it's called, a bull. He went out, he had his fun with various couples or women, and then returned home and had sex with his wife.
Well, we assume so.
That's what we assume, correct?
We don't know. We don't know what he did when he left.
Right, that's what we assume. And let me tell you, I have to say, even as a completely 100% heterosexual guy, I completely understand why women, like Eva here, enjoy his company. I mean, not only is he hot with a shredded body, but he's also really nice. You know, has a great personality. He's really funny, really respectful, and he's damn good in bed, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. And he is really funny and really respectful. I have a lot of fun with him. A lot of fun.
I know. Well, recently, Eva brought to my attention, brought up the subject of, or the possibility of playing with him again. It had been a while, and he and I, or even all of us for that matter, hadn't talked much. So I decided to reach out to him and see if he had any interest and availability. And I'm going to let you in on a little secret here. Tommy Lee is awesome in bed. But Eva is also awesome.
I feel like for sure that's not a secret. Surely
That
you've
you're
said
awesome?
that before.
I've definitely said that before many times.
Well, that's what I mean. That's not
I'm doing
a
it for
secret.
dramatic effect.
Okay.
Letting the listeners, and there's some new listeners here, hopefully.
Okay.
So I'm
Okay.
letting them in that you are awesome in bed.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, you think I'm awesome.
I do. But that's what I'm getting at. Tommy Lee, has stated on multiple occasions that Eva is his favorite lifestyle date. Now, I've told you that before, right? That he said that?
Oh, he told me. You didn't have to tell me.
Well, he's told me several times as well. So I knew before I even asked that he would be interested in being with Eva again. I mean, who wouldn't? You know?
Who wouldn't?
Who exactly?
Who wouldn't? I'm funny. I'm respectful.
Funny? That's the first thing you...
I have a great personality.
And
I'm enthusiastic.
in
bed. I'm
you're
enthusiastic.
hot as hell, too.
But that's in the eye of the beholder.
Well, plenty have beheld you and have agreed.
You're a nut.
So, anyway, all right. So, before I reached out, I asked Eva which she preferred. I said, did you want to meet with him solo, or did you, want me involved? Did you want to have an MFM, something we had yet to do at that point in the lifestyle?
It was on my bucket list.
But at that point, you couldn't decide, right? You just weren't sure. But it didn't matter. It didn't matter because I contacted Tommy Lee, told him that Eva was interested in seeing him again, but it could end up to be either one. It could be, it might be a solo date with her, or possibly a threesome with me included. And Tommy Lee was down with it either way. He was a very agreeable dude, especially when Eva is involved. It took Eva a long time to decide what she wanted to do. And in the end, she couldn't decide. She wanted both.
So I got both.
She wanted the experience of him alone, but also,
'cause he's so much fun.
Of course. But she also, I keep saying she when you're right next to me, but you also wanted the experience of a threesome.
Yep.
And that's exactly what we did.
Yep.
We did both. She decided, or I should say you decided, that you wanted to have some alone time with him first. Then, after a while,
An hour and a half.
An hour and a half to be specific. And
That was your limitation, was an hour and a half.
Well, we originally started off, when we started talking about it, we thought it was going to be an hour. And then it kind of blossomed to an hour and a half because there was a, you can see where my mind is. There was a hockey game that night that I really wanted to watch. So that's what it was.
Usually I have to sit on the couch and play on my iPad or watch a Korean drama, which are delightful. If anyone has not watched those, they are a lot of fun when he's watching a hockey game. Mm-hmm. So this night was a far better deal for me. So.
But when we first were, planning this event, I have to admit, I wasn't completely thrilled with the idea at first because, I kind of hoped that Eva would just choose one or the other. Either do a solo date or do an MFM. Just pick one or the other.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I just wanted to know what I was doing that evening. I was kind of in limbo. But with this hockey game on that I wanted to watch and a Raising Cane's restaurant nearby to this hotel, I decided, you know what? I'm going to get myself some chicken tenders. I'm going to plop myself in the hotel lobby, and I'm going to watch the hockey game on my laptop.
That is sexy talk right there.
Yeah, it is. Well, I have to say, I really enjoyed watching hockey, eating some really good food, and knowing that my wife was getting fucked upstairs by another guy. So that was pretty sexy.
Yeah?
That was very enjoyable.
Was it sexy to watch me get ready?
Oh, I forgot about that. I didn't even talk about that part. Yeah. Yeah, so we got to the hotel a little bit early and, just allowed Eva time to get prepared. So she, did her thing in her room, and I just kind of enjoyed myself. I think by that time I was watching the game. The game had started. And so, yeah, that was fun. She got all showered up, got her makeup taken care of, put on some sexy lingerie. It was pretty nice. Let's see what else. We took pictures beforehand because you were looking smoking hot.
Thank you.
So we took some pictures. And then when it was getting close to his time for arrival, I left. And, I think part of the fun was me not being there when he arrived.
Yeah.
So that's when I took off to get food because I don't know, looking back, I think it would have been kind of weird if I opened the door for him. Oh, hi. Here you go. See you later.
I don't think that would be weird.
I preferred the way we did it, where you were there to greet him. I found that better.
Well, I was there, so the greeting was good.
Yes, and that's actually what I have in my notes here. Please explain to our listeners what happened when he arrived, because I find this incredibly hot when you told me.
You do?
What happened? Yes.
Okay.
So
maybe I don't remember everything.
Okay. Well, I'll explain. I'll tell, and you kind of chime in then.
Okay.
So from what you told me, he walked in.
Yeah.
Saw what you were wearing.
Yeah.
And just absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
So
because I picked it out for him because he liked red and black. Mm-hmm. So I got new lingerie that was red and black.
Okay. And then didn't you say you like went and stood by the desk or something to like pose or something? Like he wanted to like see you.
he said I had the lights turned down too far, so he couldn't see exactly what I was wearing.
So he got to enjoy what he was seeing for 40 seconds.
It wasn't very long. I had my thigh-high leather boots on. That was fun. Mm-hmm. My fuck me boots. Mm-hmm. So,
listeners,
he helped me take those off.
I just want to let you know that I warned Eva that we may have to stop while we're doing this episode, because I've been looking forward to doing this episode for a long time, but I knew it would rile me up. So hearing about this, so I may have to pause the recording.
Yeah, because I look so good right now.
You do.
No, I don't.
Eva's the type of woman who looks good no matter what she wears. even if she doesn't have makeup on, if she's just wearing her frumpy clothes,
That is
doesn't
exactly
matter.
what I'm wearing.
And she still looks damn good. So anyway, back to our story. And I'm having some allergy issues tonight, so if I clear my throat once in a while, I apologize. So like I'm joking here, and I said it was 40 seconds, but it was pretty quick, right? I mean,
It was within 5 minutes, I think.
You guys got down to business quick.
Yeah.
And I find
we only had an hour and a half.
I find that very hot.
I find that very hot. What? It's just the way you said it. I find that very hot.
I do. So is there anything? So now we have an hour and a half before I get up to the room. So do you want to share anything within that time frame before I jump into the fray? Because otherwise, I'm gonna just move on to the part where I arrive.
No, I mean there was nothing new or. No, it was a lot of fun. We did not break any headboards this time.
Okay.
We fixed it. That headboard. We did fix it before we left.
Okay.
We got it back up on the wall. I think it would have been fun if you were there when he got there. If we do this again, maybe you can be there when he gets there and he can knock on the door and say, "Hello, I'm here to fuck your wife." And you can let him in. I don't know. That just sounds funny to me. It'd be even funnier if somebody was in the hallway walking past him or something.
Well, I kind of made a joke when I arrived, too. When I walked in. I was like, what have you guys been up to? Or something like that.
Yeah.
Something stupid. But let's talk about that. Look, when I arrived. Okay, so about an hour and a half later, the game ends. And it might have been a little bit more than an hour and a half. Because it was all based, I was like, you know what? Screw this. I'm watching the rest of this game. I'm sure they're having a good time. They don't need me there yet.
Yeah, we kept ourselves entertained.
Yeah. So anyway, well, let's just say about an hour and a half later, I arrive. I walk in. I have my key, so I was able to just enter. And Eva and Tommy Lee were just laying naked on the bed next to each other. I think Eva was gently stroking his dick, and he was kind of caressing her boobs. And
Well, I mean, you know, my hands have to have something to play with. I can't just ever just lay there.
I know.
They have to stroke something. So
I know, and I love that.
He's not stupid.
I know.
He put it right in my hands. I'm going to stroke it.
I distinctly remember walking in, and your hair was a little bit disheveled, and I was thinking,
I'm sure it was more than a little disheveled.
Yeah, they sure had a lot of fun. So I walk in, and I almost immediately started taking off my clothes and started to get naked to get in bed. And now, Eva, you're probably not going to be too happy about me sharing this, but
that's okay.
I want to be real about what happened because, you know, if anybody else has experiences like this, I want it to be relatable. So there was a brief moment when I thought, I'm not going to like this. It was just a brief moment. Because the second I got in bed, and Eva said she didn't realize she did this, but
I didn't realize you interpreted it the way I realized I did it.
Okay.
But I didn't realize you interpreted it the way you interpreted it.
Okay.
Interpreted it.
Well, let me explain. Let me explain what happened. So, the second I get in bed, all right. So now I have not seen Eva in an hour and a half, and I know what they've been doing. And I'm very excited to get to the bed. The second I got in the bed and laid next to Eva, and I do mean the second I got in bed, she turned away from me. She turned her body away from me and started kissing Tommy Lee again. And I was like, what the hell? I didn't say what the hell. I was just thinking, what the hell? I was like, you had just been kissing and fucking him for the last 90 minutes. I wanted to feel like she was happy to see me. So I figured I would get in bed and she would immediately start kissing me as like, hey, welcome back. You know, I'm glad you're here. So I was, you know, all turned on, ready to go, and she turned her back to me. I thought, oh crap, this is bad. You know, I'm going to get jealous because she's going to be paying more attention to him than me, and my feelings of jealousy would take over. But thankfully, that did not happen at all. After that, it was smooth sailing. I started kissing Eva's back while they continue to make out, do their thing. And after a few minutes, she rolled onto her back towards me, and we both started like kissing, sucking on her nipples. And Eva seemed to really enjoy that.
Yeah, that was nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
when you were getting undressed, I was not sure exactly what I was supposed to do when you got in bed, and I chose to turn towards him because he was our guest, and I wanted to make sure he felt comfortable and part of the play. And I just kind of assumed that you would just automatically start kissing the back of my neck like I really like, and on my shoulder. And well, yeah, but apparently you didn't do it right away. I don't know.
No, I did. I did it right away. Because you turned to face him, and I was like, oh, well, I guess I'm kissing her back.
Okay. Well.
And it worked out. Like I said,
You thought I was going to stay on that side the whole time?
No, not necessarily. I was more like, I'm your husband. You were happy that I was there after, an hour and a half with him.
Mm-hmm.
I would at least get like a kiss on the lips, like a welcome back.
Oh, I didn't kiss you at all?
No.
Oh, that I didn't realize.
He just turned over and like, oh, her back.
Are you sure?
100%.
And I didn't even get up out of bed to
Nope.
give you a kiss?
You did. You laid there. And that's why
somebody was playing with my boobs, and I had a dick in my hand. Why would I get up?
So that's why. But again, it was fine.
Well, I do apologize.
You don't have to apologize. This was our
Well,
first
if
ever
we
time
do it
doing
again, I will make sure to get up and kiss you.
Well, thank you. But again, I'm going to say it again.
But then you have
It
to take
didn't
over
matter.
playing with my boobs.
It's fine. It worked out. Because after that, it was like, I don't know, I was going to say like riding a bike, but we've never done it before, so it's not like riding a bike. It was just...
No, it was a little clumsy.
Yeah.
At first.
But it was clumsy, but not overpoweringly awkward.
No.
Like, we all, and I think that was part of it because we know him so well. We were all so comfortable.
Yeah, he's very easygoing.
Yeah.
And we're easygoing.
So no one was out of place.
And I'm easygoing and easy, so.
Oh my God. Well, it took off from there. As I said, one of the cool things about our relationship with Tommy Lee is that our personalities mesh really well. It wasn't just hardcore sex the whole time.
No, that wouldn't be fun.
No, we did a lot of...
Some people would think it's fun.
Right, but that's not
Yeah.
our style, really. No. And thankfully not his style as well. There was a lot of talking, a lot of laughing, just, fun banter. It was just a lot of fun. We did a bunch of things, including a spit roast.
Did we?
Yep, and I just realized this. This is something that, when I was typing up these notes, looking back on it, I just realized. I think we have done a spit roast twice in our lifestyle adventures. And I've never been on the back end of that. Like I've always, I don't know, what else would I call it?
I don't know. But I just pictured those horse costumes where somebody has to be the ass and somebody's the front.
Well,
Don't know.
Okay, well, I've never
There were no costumes involved.
Okay, so how can I reword that? So I have always been the one receiving oral in the spit roast.
From me or from
Yes,
anyone
from
you've
you.
done a spit roast?
I don't think I've done a spit roast with anybody else. Maybe.
Oh, does anybody else want to do a spit roast with my husband?
I don't know. Maybe I can't. After we're done with this, I can think about it and maybe. But
Okay, that'll be the next episode. He'll let you know.
And someday though, I would really like to try the other way around, just for fun.
What? What do you mean the other way around?
Well, you'd be sucking the other guy's dick. And
Oh, I was sucking your dick on this one? I don't remember
That's
it.
what I'm saying. You were giving me oral while he did you from behind.
Okay.
So, anyway, after Eva had come several times, she ended up riding me reverse cowgirl and finished me off while Tommy watched. And he even recorded it.
For us. For posterity.
Mm-hmm.
We'll put it in a time capsule and let our great-grandkids dig it up.
Art, if anybody ever finds the thumb drives that I have, that's gonna be a dark day. But anyway, that was a kind of an interesting milestone because honestly, until that point, I had never seen us have sex before.
Yeah, we've never recorded ourselves.
We've recorded ourselves, but we've never had both of our faces in it. Like,
but that's what I mean.
We
never.
I can hold my phone and record things, but obviously I can't get both of us in it. Or, we could set something off to the side, but it doesn't, in this situation, he was actually recording it, was doing multiple angles, was like panning. So
he clearly had recorded people having sex before.
Yeah.
He did a really good job. I mean, it wasn't a long time though.
No. It was just interesting. And of course, Eva looked absolutely amazing.
Me. There was a lot of jiggling. Too much jiggling for me.
Yeah. And I've seen plenty of videos and obviously plenty of in-person experiences of, watching Eva have sex, but never with me. And so that's why this video was really interesting. Mm-hmm. It was really nice. Not something I want to see all the time because I have, I'm very self-critical when it comes to my appearance, but it was still really nice to see.
Fine. You weren't doing anything but laying there.
Okay.
And enjoying it.
Okay. But it was different.
Okay.
So.
Not something you want to see all the time. We've used that video many, many times since then.
Mm-hmm.
Just for the two of us.
Now, is there anything else you want to share about anything we did during that evening?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I
didn't
We're
know.
on a podcast for swingers, and you.
Well, I don't know how
you
much you
felt
want
like
me to.
You had to write in the air DP.
Okay. I didn't know if Eva wanted me to share that.
What's the point of an MFM if I don't get DP?
There's plenty of MFMs that don't involve DPs.
Oh, boring. No, thank you.
Well, I didn't know how much you want listeners to know about what you did, so now I know. So yes, that was also something we did and something we really enjoyed.
Regular DP, not DVP.
Right.
That I'm not interested in. I don't think I could do it.
So to be clear, because this kind of ties into something else I wanted to say, I was on my back. Eva was riding me. Facing me, sorry. And then Tommy Lee came up.
I'm sure they could fill in the blanks.
From behind. So, the point I'm trying to make here is it was one of the sexiest things I've ever seen, was seeing the look on Eva's face when that was happening.
That's why I wanted you down there and not behind me. Because
Mm-hmm.
I knew you would like it.
Oh my gosh. Mm-hmm. Very nice. So that's one of the things I think about is her face. In fact, the time before that, when you met him solo,
yeah. Did that for you too.
Eva took a video, recorded pretty much just her face.
Just my face.
While she was having sex with Tommy Lee.
Yeah, I was on my back, yeah. And I was just holding my arm out with my hand.
Oh, and just recorded her face, her facial expressions as she was getting railed.
I thought you would like that.
Oh,
getting
I did.
Railed.
Getting railed.
We've used that video too.
Yes, we have.
We've viewed it together multiple times. It was nice. It was a really fun evening. I want to do it again.
And that concluded the evening. Now, I guess we could say we did get kind of a setback. We're not sure if we'll be able to do that again soon. We're hoping that things work out, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's it.
He gave you a thank you card.
Oh yeah, he gave me a thank you card.
Well, okay, but nice and respectful.
Well, let's take a step back though. He was doing it because he was continuing the joke that I started.
Ah, okay.
Because when Eva met him at the hotel previous time,
the surprise
time,
okay.
Right? I included, I wanted that evening to go perfectly, so I got drinks ready. I got a baggie of drinks. I think I got you a hair tie. I got all, just kind of like a
chapstick.
Yeah.
I don't think you did.
Yeah. What's that called? a care package. It was like a care package for the
A
evening.
care package for fucking.
Yep.
Okay.
And in that, I put a card for Tommy Lee. And the reason I did that was because to maintain the secrecy of it, the surprise for you, he had to reserve the hotel. So I couldn't, he was going to have to be there first.
Yeah.
That means he had to reserve it, which means he had to pay. So I wanted to reimburse. And so I put the money in the thank you card. But yeah, he said he held on to that card. He held on to that card as like a memento, and he said he's...
Well, you held on to his card.
I did. I think I put something like, thank you so much for burying your dick deep in my wife tonight, something like that. And I remember that because I stupidly misspelled the word buried.
You put two R's?
I did.
What?
Yes, and it has bothered me, and I even told him this night, the night of the MFM, I said, because when he handed me the card, I was like, just so you know, the card that I gave you has a grammatical error, a spelling error, and it has bothered me ever since.
Did you know what it was?
Yeah, he did.
Did he?
Yeah.
He knew off the top of his head?
Yes, he did.
How could you do that? And not realize until, what, you didn't realize? And you realized later?
I realized after it was sealed, after I sealed the envelope, I'm like, wait a minute. I misspelled that. And I was like, he won't care.
No.
The sentiment was still good. So. All right. Anything else from the evening? Because I think that's about it.
I think it's good.
Anything noteworthy?
I don't think there's anything else noteworthy. It was very fun, enjoyable. Love to do it again.
Mm-hmm.
With him or with someone else.
Mm-hmm.
That would be fine too. Specific people, not anyone else.
Right.
Not random people.
Exactly.
Eva doesn't do just random dick. Eva only fucks from a carefully curated selection of dicks.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well.
Dicks that will play games with her and make her laugh.
Games, card games, board games, and dancing are the things that really get Eva's motor running.
Yeah.
So. Well,
Yep.
If that's it, then I think we're going to start wrapping things up here. I hope to have more adventures to share with you listeners. I mentioned a while back in the summer of 2024, we were kind of in a little bit of a rut or a slump. Didn't have many lifestyle dates. Didn't really meet a whole lot of new people. And then it kind of turned around. And then I think it was like a little bit after August 2024. Then we kind of fell back into a little bit of a rut. And now
Only you know that. I have no recollection of any of that.
Because of this podcast, I'm able to recount.
Well, plus because you do all the social networking.
But there hasn't
show up.
Right. There wasn't a lot of recent, or at that time, a lot of connections being made. But lately, there's been a few, but also a few misadventures, which I hope to talk about in the near future. So that's just a little bit of a sneak preview, or what's it called when you trying to hook listeners for future episodes. We've had a couple stories since then, so hopefully I'll talk about those soon. It's just the way the lifestyle is. I've already said it before many times. It's cyclical. There's good times and bad times, down times and up times, I guess. And the Dayton area where we live, just not a very high lifestyle population, we don't think. That's just what it appears to be.
Maybe not. There might be a lot of people. They just don't want to fuck us. So they're not reaching out. That's fine.
Well,
I
thankfully
don't need a line heading out the door.
No, and that's, actually I have that right in my notes next.
Yeah.
Thankfully, we do have
I'm very happy with what we have.
a few couples, just a few couples that we really enjoy spending time with and see them semi-regularly. But we'll no doubt have some new adventures at some point, and I'm not sure what is left on our fuck it bucket list, but hopefully we'll have some stories about that too. We'll see. So we're gonna sign off now. Until next time, please reach out. Heard we have some new fans actually. So
What?
for our new fans, yes,
You have new fans.
Walter and Brianna said that we have new fans that they've passed on the podcast to. So if you're friends of Walter and Brianna, thank you very much for listening.
Am I a friend of Walter and Brianna?
Yeah, that I will tell you who those people are.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm using fake names, obviously.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I figured that, but okay.
Yes. Anyway, so thank you, new listeners. Thank you. Please come back and listen again. You can connect with me on Instagram or Kick at Evan Dienson. That's EvanDeanson. You can email me, evandienson@gmail.com, or you can find me at my new Blue Sky page. Just search for Evan Swings, and there's a Blue Sky Evan Swings page where you can reach out to me. Look forward to hearing from you, if I hear from you. Thank you very much, Eva, for being here.
You're welcome. Did you notice the autocorrect there?
No.
It changed it to gmail.com.
Okay.
I thought that was funny.
Good call. Now,
I got to go try on my outfit now.
yes, we are actually hitting a club tomorrow, going to visit a club with some friends. And the theme of the evening is Playboy Mansion, something like that. So Eva's got a sexy outfit that she's going to try on, and I'm very anxious to see. So everybody, stay safe, stay naughty. We'll see you next time. Eva, thanks again for being here.
I will be here anytime you ask me to.
That is awesome. Can't ask for anything more than that. All right, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.